My name is Eric Lewis. I'm a concerned citizen from Silver Spring, Maryland. This is in regard to Nick's Organic Farm. Lately, I've been spending a lot of time reflecting on the problems humanity is being faced with these days. And I've come to realize that many of our biggest problems are rooted in consumerism. We are addicted to comfort and convenience, utterly dependent on industrial technology, and more disconnected from the natural world than ever before. All over the world, economies are collapsing, people are starving, and untouched habitats are being devastated. Having realized that so many of our problems revolve around consumerism, it occurred to me that the most logical solution is for us to shift our focus from consuming to producing, from consumerism to producerism. Nick's Farm is a lot more than a seed bank for organic gardening enthusiasts. It is quite possibly the most fertile soil in Montgomery County and has the potential to help countless people shift from being educated consumers to being educated producers. For 31 years, Nick has been actively producing the healthiest, most nutritious organic foods. And growing our own food is one of the most important and immediately accessible steps toward producerism that anyone can take. Food is where the real revolution begins. At least 50% of the petroleum used worldwide goes toward the production, distribution, and preservation of food. Most of the fresh produce we eat comes from at least 1,500 miles away and sits in a grocery store for several days before we drive to the market to purchase exotic and out-of-season produce. Processed foods require even more energy to produce and distribute, both in terms of human effort and fossil fuel consumption. To top it all off, food accounts for 31% of our waste solids, which means a considerable amount of this energy-intensive and nutrient-poor food ends up being hauled to the dump, requiring even more human effort and fossil fuel consumption. Going green really comes down to energy efficiency, and when we are deciding on what foods to consume, the most energy-efficient choice we can make is to grow our own. Of course, growing your own food isn't that simple, and many people wouldn't know where to begin. Farms like Nick's are in a unique position to help educate people on how to go about cultivating their own fresh organic produce. They could serve as meeting places where people can share their experiences, develop new and innovative gardening techniques, and empower each other to cultivate more and more of their own organic fruits and vegetables. Ultimately, plants create and sustain our bodies, so it behooves us to actively educate ourselves on how we may create environments in which they thrive. Please, let Nick's Organic Farm be an access point for this vital form of education.